Welcome to the Emily Otto Show, business and lifestyle mentorship for rebel healers, priestesses, witches, and wild women. This podcast will give you the tools and inspiration to help you build and scale your online and in-person healing business so you can help more people and make more money. My goal is for you to thoroughly enjoy your life and business with plenty of time for pleasure and play. I am over the moon delighted that you're here. Let's start today's episode. Hello, welcome to my impromptu live. My name is Emily Otto. I'm a business and lifestyle mentor for rebel healers, priestesses, witches, and wild women. And you may be listening to this as a replay on my podcast, or perhaps you are joining me live or catching the replay in my free business coaching group on Facebook, The Rebelle. Hi. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. I was going live on Instagram and I thought, wait a minute, I want to go live here in my group with the amazing women here. This stain on my shirt is totally from a head of lettuce my amazing friend and community farm owner, Irene, handed me this morning. So it's not actually a coffee stain, it's a lettuce stain, and I have yet to change my shirt, so here we go. Because you get to be messy and have fun and still be a millionaire. This month is the first month that I've ever made $40,000 cash in my business. And it feels crazy, and I'm working to make it feel real. That amount of money is more than the first year I had a real corporate job, post-graduate school. Post-graduating with a master's in psychology, I made $37,500 a year for my first salaried job. And so this is more money than that in a month. And that is absolutely mind-blowing. And in fact, sales for the month, I haven't added all of them up, and we're not even at the end of the month. So I'm open to more. I'm open to more incredible clients saying yes and coming in and deciding to hire me for my work with them. And if that's you and you've been watching and waiting and thinking about it, now's the time. So reach out. The number one thing I wish I would have done sooner in my business is to hire the support that I wanted to hire, regardless of the price point of their program. Yep, regardless of how I figured it out, whether that was a home equity loan, a PayPal or Stripe loan, borrowing money from a friend, putting it on a business credit card, hustling hard and making the cash through my business. I wish I would have invested in the exact coach and mentor I wanted sooner. Every single time I've invested in working with somebody amazing. And I have done that continually over the 4 years my business has been open, because as a mom of two tiny humans, working 15 to 20 hours a week, squeezing it in between the cracks of daycare and in the evenings, and transitioning from a corporate job and having two side gigs while I built my first six figures, I realized I wanted support to figure out how to get there faster and how to do it with more ease and play and pleasure and fun and joy and not burning out. And that required mentorship. And so that's what I've done, is invest in my business and in myself and in my dreams again and again and again. And if you want it, you get to do that too. I have two masterminds open right now. One is a secret society sisterhood called Amplify. Send me a message. There is no sales page. There won't be. There's a little bit of a graphic coming out today. And the other is my exceptionally amazing 6-month mastermind, the Rebelle Mastermind. That program's been open for 3 years and has supported dozens of women to their first 1K, 5K, and 10K months. So come on in to my inbox and let's talk. I want to give you a behind the scenes, because I think so often we see on the internet like these big numbers and it doesn't feel relatable or real. Has anybody ever experienced that? Like, you see somebody make $100,000 cash in a month and it's like, how is that real? How are they doing that? And sure, you can watch people break down the numbers like, oh, a $10,000 month is just one client who paid $10,000 or two clients who paid $5,000. Like, we can all do math. It's not about that. It's about seeing how it's possible for you. Who cares what's possible for me? Like, that's cool. It's cool. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. Like, I'm going to break it down for you. And what matters is how it becomes possible for you. And so I want you to borrow my proof as your faith, just as I've borrowed my business coach's proof as my faith. Like, wait, you did that, and I'm working with you, and I see what you do, and I see your lifestyle, and I get it, and I'm in close proximity to you, so I get it. So wait, I can have that too, and I see how. That's the juice in mentorship. So quick list of the shit I didn't do. I'm gonna actually take you on I can't take you on a trip. Okay, so basically what I did for the month when I was starting the month of June is I decided I wanted this to be my first $33,000 cash month. I decided, so that's step one. I decided I was gonna have my biggest cash month ever. And I went all in on that decision. My brain, my body, my heart, my spirit, my practices, my alignment. Simple, simple shit, like drinking as much water as possible, getting as much sleep as possible, right? Oh, hi, Casey. Juice. Salivating. Hearts. I love the emojis. Okay. So the first thing I did is decide. And then I played with, well, how could this be possible? My monthly reoccurring revenue right now is usually between $15,000 and $25,000 a month. Depends on the month, depends on the programs and the offers. It fluctuates, but it usually stays around there. And it's been that way for the last year. So I took these little pink sticky notes and I wrote down the different programs and the spaces I had in them. And I planned it out of like, okay, what do I sell this month to get to $33,000 cash? Well, I already had a good chunk of that in cash in monthly reoccurring revenue, in payment plans for the Rebelle Mastermind, one-on-one coaching, my signature programs like CEO Enchantress, Sacred Sales Priestess. I also have the Rich Witch Collective, which is my lower ticket monthly membership. You get live training every single month. That's at least a 3-day training, if not a 5. And then you get a full all-access pass to my full moon ritual and ecstatic dance party, and that's $97 a month. So I have my membership, I have 2 masterminds, I only had 1 before this month, and one-on-one coaching. That's almost it, right? There's evergreen programs, there's things out there. I don't really promote them, and so currently I don't sell a lot of them. That's not usually a thing. So anyway, I put all of it on board and I decided, okay, this is what I'm selling, this is how I'm gonna do it. And then what I did is I got in alignment with that thought process and said, okay, who do I need to be? Not what do I need to do? Who do I need to be in order to have that kind of cash month in my business, in my life, in my leadership, in my confidence, in my belief in my work in the world? Yeah. And so then that process led me to journaling daily and feeding my brain a better thinking thought. I don't follow any other business coach other than the one I'm currently paying. That's it. I don't listen to anybody unless they are my clients and I'm looking at their content to help them make it better, or at their programs or at whatever they're doing, or I'm supporting other women on the internet, or it's the exact coach I'm working with at the time. I don't want that in my field. 1, I don't want to get distracted. 2, I don't accidentally want to borrow their language or ideas. And 3, I don't have time for that. And you'll find that again and again with CEOs and millionaire business owners. There's no time for that. So if that's something you're doing, like, drop it already. Just like drop it to the curb. Okay? So shit I didn't do to have that $33,000 month, which is actually a $40,000 cash month. Okay? I actually didn't sell all the things. I planned it out. I was going to sell 5 spots in the Rich Witch Collective. I was going to sell 3 spots in the Rebelle Mastermind. I was going to sell a pay in full for a year-long one-on-one coaching experience. None of the shit I put on my board is anything that I sold this month. Huge eye roll. But it was the process of figuring it out, seeing it as possible, journaling about it as if it already happened. So I shared this future casting practice inside of my last Turn On Hype event, which was Amplify Her. And we did a sisterhood circle and had breakout rooms where women shared with each other what their deepest desires were for love and life and business. It was so cool. We're totally doing it again next month. And in that program, I shared this idea of future casting. It's the quantum hypnosis, so you're future projecting, like future life progression, but it's also future journaling. So really getting in your body and in the sensation of bringing your future into the present reality. And so I knew that someday I could make a $33,000 cash month. Why not this day? And so every morning, diligently on my work days, I'm listening to audiobooks about money. I'm tapping into myself, to the universal stream, to my business coach and sisters. And I'm writing in my journal every single day about that $33,000 cash month. What does it feel like? What does it look like? How do I respond in my body? How am I celebrating it? How am I grateful for it? And yesterday, I got out to write in my journal and do the same thing I'd been doing. And I realized, oh, holy shit, I actually have to make a caveat and say, no, for real, for real, for real. Like, this isn't just future casting. For real, I just had an over $33,000 cash month. And that blew my mind. That was a moment that I will never forget, is having to write out in my journal, no, wait, you actually did it. Like, really. And I didn't sell all the things I thought I would sell. What I did is I sold the thing that was on my heart. I sold the program and the offer that I knew was going to deeply nourish, support, and help my clients. It was the thing. And I mostly sold it behind the scenes, and I sold it to current clients who said yes because of their belief in me and their confidence in me and my work and in themselves. And they took that as an opportunity to say yes and to invest more deeply and to go all in for a year-long Secret Sisterhood mentorship with me, both in person and online. So I didn't sell all the things. In fact, I barely sold anything. I didn't do any funnels or ads to this date in my business. As of June 22nd, 2023, I have never paid for a single ad, and I have never made a funnel. Y'all, the biggest funnel you're gonna get from me is like when you sign up for an email and you get something, and then there's like one email that says, here's this other thing you might wanna buy. That's it. Because I trust that you'll find your way to my work when you're ready and when the time is right and when the offer is the right thing for you. So I didn't sell all the things. I didn't have any funnels or ads. I don't have a big following. I literally have 538 people on my email newsletter list. 500. The standard marketing says that until you have 10,000 people on your email list, you're never going to sell anything. Too bad. Too bad we don't have to listen to those rules, because we play in the divine feminine and in the magic and in the quantum. Oh darn. There are over 700 of you amazing human beings here in this Facebook group. I have podcast listeners. I have over 2,000 people on Instagram. I have a small following on YouTube and Pinterest. It's not about a big following. You don't need that to be successful. And in fact, this style of business is better without, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I also didn't launch a bunch of low ticket offers. I didn't decide that my audience couldn't afford something and then give them something at a lower ticket. I already have that available, and I've already done that. And you know what I know again and again? Long-term, high-touch, deep, intimate support is the thing that moves the needle, which is why I have 2 masterminds now and one-on-one coaching. And that's what I love doing. I want to roll up my sleeves and get in there with you, alongside you. I want your business to be wildly successful. Not because I want to make a lot of money. I do, But that's not my why. That's a hollow why for me. I want you to have as much freedom and pleasure as you can possibly access. I want you to shine so brightly it raises the vibration of the entire planet, of your family, of your friends, of your partner. I want you to feel so much freedom and joy in your life that it bubbles over into everything you do and infects your local community, both in person and online. That's my naughty, naughty why. I do the work that I do because your rebellion and freedom is of the utmost importance to me. So, here's what I did do to have a $40,000 cash month and a $65,000 sales month, and it's not over yet. If you would like to add to the numbers, send me a message. I have one one-on-one coaching spot open and a couple different options at that. I have Amplify Mastermind, which is the high-touch secret sisterhood society, the Rebelle Mastermind as well. 3 ways to work with me, 3 different price points and extended payment plans. Send me a voice memo. And here's what I did do. I fully stood in my confidence and belief in my work as a business owner, as a CEO, as a leader in this field and in my energy field. I took a stand for believing in myself again and again and again. And those of you who've been around for a while see the change. You see it. You've told me you see it. I feel it. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I was a recruiter for 15 years before that, supporting all different types of businesses. I know what I'm doing, and I know how to get it to work for you. I was super confident. I hired support, and I thought I wasn't going to for another year. But this mentor I've been wanting to work with for a long time had a juicy offer I didn't want to refuse, and so I said yes at a time when it didn't make sense because I made the decision from my future self. You're never going to feel ready. It's never going to make sense because you're literally making the choice from your future reality instead of from your current and present reality. So it's about regulating your nervous system through it, saying yes, figuring it out, and letting it happen. It's scary and cool. I offered my audience and clients the thing that they were craving: in-person connection, deep intimacy, a channel where they could speak freely, to be surrounded by other women like them who were all in and ready to go. I have that in both masterminds, which is amazing. But creating the offer that your human wants makes all the difference. You know what they want and need. Create the thing that's going to set their hearts on fire and have them say, oh, hell yes, I want that. I also raised my rates. I raised my rates for coaching across the board. I don't want to think about anybody's business for less than $1,000 a month. It's too much energy. Anytime someone reaches out and even so much as asks me about my coaching or about hopping into a program, I'm already thinking about their business. I'm sending them energy. I'm healing pieces. I'm plotting through strategy and ideas. And so I had to set the energetic and the monetary minimum for my nervous system and for my business. And that included raising rates, which felt scary. I'll be totally honest. But I also knew it's what I wanted and needed and was going to encourage my clients to rise too. And then this is the key thing that I did and that successful business owners do. I created deeper intimacy with my clients. I went all in on being there to support them and asking them for what they need. I check in on my clients. If you participated in other mentors or coaching containers where you have somebody on Telegram or Voxer and you're not quite sure what to do or how to do it, a lot of it is because we aren't trained to lean into this type of support. And so I reach out. I ask what's going on. I check in. I run challenges, accountability pieces. There's always prompting of, okay, well, what's working? What's not working? What came up for you this week? How are you feeling? It isn't just oh, well, I guess you have nothing, so we'll just move along. That's not real work. The work is in rolling up our sleeves and getting in there and saying, okay, let me help you make this better. And it creates intimacy, transparency, vulnerability. I've been sick for 6 weeks prior to this last 3-week period. I lost my voice chanting over Beltane. And so I'm working on healing some deep, deep things. My Ashtanga teacher ended up doing cranial sacral therapy on my diaphragm and liver on Tuesday. I've been having some pain flare-ups, and I still get to have a wildly successful business because I'm not trying to hide any of that. This being a human and creating conscious cosmic business on the planet in this time period is tricky and hard and weird and amazing. And you get to do it the way you are now and trust that things will keep getting better and better and better. Join me for one of my masterminds. Send me a message today if a spot is for you. And if you're ready to get a sample of what it's like to work with me, join me for Cosmic Confidence and Cash next week. This week, if you're listening to the podcast, it is a 3-day program, 11 a.m. to noon EST, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Join me live. I'm literally going to teach you how to show up online and in person and teach from your heart, connect to your clients, and make cash. That program is $197 if you want it on its own, or $97 a month as part of the Rich Witch Collective. See you then and there. That's it for today. Share this episode with other Rebelle healers so they too can make more money, help more people, and fall wildly in love with their life. Join my free Facebook group at The Rebelle. Leave us a review and subscribe for next week's episode. XOXO.